The whole world will have to use XRP and other crypto assets as we move into the next digital era. Are you all set? Let the video play. The turning point for people to start using crypto. It's no longer helpful. All users at large institutions are being pushed to adopt crypto because it is necessary. There is a weakness in centralized systems right now, and it will be shown to you after I show you what just happened. It's over. There is no question in my mind that crypto and blockchain will become very popular very quickly. In the history of the world, the first cyber espionage operation was run by AI on November 13th and the day before. Basically, something started fighting Anthropic, the company that made Claude AI and was in charge of AI agents. They pretty much made copies of a bunch of AI bots and sent them at Anthropic to try to take over with bad AI. They are saying directly that they think we've hit a turning point in cybersecurity where these companies are using AI agents. Bro, they use regular tests to show that cyber powers are increasing by 50% every 6 months. In the real world, these cyber attacks are no longer even being done by people. They are being done by AI. They think that these skills will keep getting better, which could lead to some kind of computer AI war. You can be sure that any organized organization in the world will be quick to adopt blockchain technology's ability to keep things from falling apart. I'll show you. Now, this was first made public when JP Morgan teamed up with the blockchain base. For the most part, BAS improved X42 so that its blockchain could support agentic functions. JP Morgan has a coin that is stable. First, they worked together with BAS, and then they worked together with Alibaba. And the main reason they teamed up with BAS and didn't just go straight to Alibaba is that they need to keep the AI agent inside a blockchain security system. The AI agent can't be stopped in any other way. This problem was known as the double spend problem before blockchain was made, and it is possible to copy almost any piece of information on the internet. You can make copies of any picture or movie, and we don't know where the first source came from. People often spend too much money. It also proves that a centralized system can't solve the problem if you don't believe the administrator. In other words, we need human help to basically find out if something is real or not. Blockchains are the first thing in the history of the world to put up economic walls around digital value. This is how it works. To change blockchain past, you have to pay more than the accumulative costs that protected it. It's the first time in history that an attacker has had to waste more resources than it could ever take. In other words, the only way to attack Bitcoin is to spend more Bitcoin than the Bitcoin network itself is worth. The person who attacked will basically lose everything. The same thing happens with Ethereum. That means Bitcoin can't really be hacked. Ethereum is the same. The only thing that makes Ethereum different is that it can be programmed to work with any software in the world. Also, guess what? Base is built on top of Ethereum. In other words, the AI program could be smarter than humans all at once. It might get smarter than people. You could send 1 million AI bots to a certain point of attack. I'm trying to show that they can't be hacked because they have to be worth more than the whole system. This means that it's not easily broken or unhackable as long as the AI worker doesn't spend more money than the whole chain. This is how blockchain works. Administrators are the only point of failure in centralized systems, so they don't work well. Decentralization is what we need. 80% of all cyber attacks were caused by insider access, not by the system itself. This makes me think of a bigger problem in our society. Data is so easily stolen, and if someone wants something, they will get it. Putting data on blockchain is the only way to keep it safe. Think about the details on your driver's license, your social security number, and your doctor's records. Here's some scary information that has been leaked hundreds of times in your lifetime. I'm sure you've seen the emails that say, "Our info was stolen." Do you know that your information is shared? Other people know your password. It's getting old for me. Yes? By moving all of this data and information to blockchain, we can stop some of these hacks and put an end to them. The fact that they have to do it shows us that this is what the future of the whole banking system will be like. There won't be any if you don't. It's all going to be gone, right? Because these AI bots and other hackers are just going to mess around, right? Okay, let's change gears. The mood for the video was important to me. I felt like I liked that guy a bit. He's really cool. He has a lot of useful information. Kyle Chase talks about why this cycle seems to be going so slowly. I want to play. Ralph Powell said that Bitcoin is following the ISM, which is a sign of the world business cycle. Rates stayed high for longer than normal, which made the business cycle last longer. The average debt maturity was raised from 4 years to 5 years by the Treasury. This slowed the flow of cash into Bitcoin, which usually happens all the time. And in his mind, that meant the whole macro clock moved. The cycle now goes back one more year because of that change. Okay, let's keep going with what we have now. It will now be in 2026 instead of 2025 when it was before. That means the Bitcoin cycle might be coming after it because the old model told them so. People thought that 2026 would be the bad year. To get ahead of it, they sold early in 2025, which made the market weak, which it then fed on. If enough early sellers happen, they can change the pattern itself. That makes a weird loop. Someone used an idea from the past to do something. What they did changed the present. Things look very different now with the cycle. The plan doesn't work. There's a difference, but the structure of the cash cycle and the business cycle has stayed the same. This is the part that makes everything fit together. Ralph's study shows that the world's cash flow will be at its highest point in 2026. That means there is still room for Bitcoin's money cycle to grow. The slower movement we've seen this year is because the Bitcoin cycle is going at the same speed. It sounds like this cycle could last until 2026, since a lot of things are still not done. This Ray Dio clip caught my attention. I thought it would be nice to add something to this movie. I have a small amount of Bitcoin. I've had about 1% of my investments for a long time. You think you should have more though? We are still watching. But I believe I've already said this many times about Bitcoin. The problem with Bitcoin is that it can be tracked, and with quantum computing, it might be possible to hack it and do other bad things. Because of this, I don't think it will become a reserve currency for big countries. One interesting thing I know about Ray Dalio is that he isn't too sure about Bitcoin technology in the long run. That's pretty interesting to me. Okay, then this was shocking when I heard it. I'll play it. I don't want to tell you about it. The most important thing is that you hear it. This is kind of one of the basics. Now, there's something else going on in the Bitcoin community that people who aren't into crypto should know about. VanC has been around longer than Bitcoin. We will leave Bitcoin if we believe the theory is very badly flawed. We don't have any right now. However, you should always check the technology behind it, and the Bitcoin community has been wondering if there is enough of it. Oh, I see. He may have just said that people will leave Bitcoin if things don't go the way they think they should. Wait a minute, let's take a deep breath and try to understand what he means. Wait a minute. People who aren't into crypto should know about something else going on in the Bitcoin community. In the end, VanC has been around longer than Bitcoin. We will leave Bitcoin if we believe the theory is very badly flawed. We don't have any right now, but you should always check out the science and crypto behind it.